I'm joined by Sayat Abdrakhmanov, one of the most important people in Asian MMA, certainly one of the most important managers in Asian MMA, if not the world. What a couple of years you've had. I feel like it's a time of success for you, even though the world is going through a tough time. I feel like you personally and your company is doing really well. There's a lot of success happening for you guys. How's everything going?
Everything is good. We just got our first UFC champion, so obviously we're happy with that. And yeah, in some ways, pandemic maybe like affected everyone, but for us, like with the whole Fight Island thing, it's been good, you know. Like because originally, like Peter, he was supposed to fight in Kazakhstan, but since it got cancelled, he got opportunity to fight for the belt in Abu Dhabi.
How impressed have you been with Peter and his rise, really? Because I feel like he was almost one of the worst kept secrets in MMA. Everybody knew this guy was a star for a long time now, right? So did you always feel that he was going to be a champion?
Yeah, for sure. Like we've been like confident about his abilities, about his work ethic, about his mental strengths. So for us, it's always just about time and opportunity. And hard work pays off, and he got his chance, and he proved everyone he's the best in the division. And I believe there's still yet more to come, more to see for the fans around the world, because the stuff he do at practice, you know, he didn't even show the half of his potential in the octagon.
How much does it say about Tiger as well? Because he's almost like a homegrown fighter. I think when he came, he'd only had a couple of pro fights. So really, the majority of his pro career has been at Tiger Muay Thai, and he came in his very early 20s, right? So is he kind of a hallmark of the success of Tiger for the last few years?
Well, for sure it's connected, because he's been here since he was like 1-0. 6 years ago, he came here for the first time. He was just a pure boxer at the time. And now 6 years later, he's a UFC champion. Obviously, he's very talented and hardworking individual, but like the surroundings he got in Tiger, the coaching and the people, like training partners, is all had his effect on him, you know. So obviously, Tiger has proven itself as a gym that can grow fighters from young period of their career to become an UFC champion. And now we got 3 fighters representing Tiger who are holding the UFC belts, so it also speaks for itself. And right now we don't know, like right now have many talented fighters who can show the world like what they're capable of in a couple of years, because like especially like during high season, January, like December, January, February, we got like 100 pro fighters on the mat getting ready for the fights, and all of them like from one of the best promotions in the world, including like UFC, One Championship, ACA, etc. So all of them learn from each other, you know. You get opportunity to learn different styles, you know. If you train only in Russia, you get like kind of get only something from your school, you know, from this foundation. But you come here, you can learn from American fighters, you can learn from like European fighters, and so they all exchange experience, and I think it also helps a lot. And obviously we have international coaching stuff we got a Frank Hickman, who's from US, who have got a solid foundation from wrestling. We got like Irish boxing coach, we got Russian strikers, Russian wrestlers, so it's all crazy mix, and it comes with the results. And obviously all the staff in Tiger Muay Thai, managing stuff, like they all help. They got the vision, they help young up and coming fighters, they invest in them, and they like with Peter, you know, the Tiger was supporting Peter since he was like first time he got here, he got a discount, and after that he's been sponsored fighter, and now it's paid off for Tiger, obviously, and for Peter himself.
It looks like the defense will be against Sterling it's a fight that's kind of been built for quite a while now, and I think you're quite close to it because you helped Peter with his English social media, right? So,
Yeah.
are you excited by this prospect? Aljamain seems like a worthy challenger, and maybe it has that nice rival potential as well. It's got that buzz about it. The fans are excited about it.
Yeah, that's a fight Peter wants because Sterling deserves to fight for a title. He's on a good streak. He proved he's a deserving challenger, and Peter wants only to fight #1 contenders at this moment. He is not looking for money fights or jumping divisions, you know. He want to clean out the division, and Sterling is a great first opponent for that. So, yeah, they got like back and forth going on. I think it's a like good banter, but it's still they can sell the fight, you know, they can promote the fight in a good way. So yeah, I'm excited because a lot of people are confident that Sterling gonna beat Peter. Obviously, we don't think like that, and we can't wait to prove the world that Peter is gonna rule division for a long time.
I want to ask about Rafael Fiziev as well, because, you know, he's a coach there at Tiger. I think that was almost a breakout performance for him. How proud are you of what he's achieved, and how big can he go at lightweight? Because a lot of fans suddenly were like, whoa, you know, I feel like a lot of people woke up to him suddenly.
Yeah, like same thing with Rafael. Like now everyone knows what we knew for a long time, that he's a beast and he is able to put on a high level performance against anyone in the UFC. And right now everyone is excited about him, and I'm very happy about it because, you know, he's been through some rough times, injuries, like financial struggle, etc. So now it's finally he got recognized, and I think for him now only like future is bright and exciting. His goal is to have a record of the fight of the night and performance bonuses in UFC. So I think it's a very good goal to be able to have a good career in UFC. And right now he want to fight as often as possible. Hopefully he's gonna get matched up soon.
Do you have anyone in mind for him? Anybody that you would think is a good next step for him?
I think there's a lot of exciting potential matchups for him. Like, you know, I think it's still early for top 15, you know, because, you know, it's a big division, but like just stylistically wise, like guys like Bobby Green, Don Natch, I don't know, there's a lot of good strikers, you know, they can provide a good stylistic matchup, but it doesn't mean he only want to fight strikers. He's ready to fight like top wrestlers. You know, I think he's got a like 100% takedown defense in the UFC, and he's ready to kind of keep going with it.
I want to move on to Loma a bit. How proud have you been of her progress? You know, she had such a nice start in the UFC. She has so much potential. I feel like she's still getting better as well. What's next for her? Is she planning to be in action again soon?
Yeah, she's fighting in October. George is doing a very good job with her. They spend a lot of one-on-one time, and she's fighting Jin Frey, and it's also very experienced, seasoned veteran. But what people don't realize maybe is that the amount of experience Loma have, maybe not in MMA, but in combat sports, and that's something that you can't like get in a few years time. You know, that's what she get like growing up, and there's like little things that she does different than most of like MMA fighters with like 5-6 fights. So she just needs to be confident in her abilities and show the world also that she can put on an exciting performance. And she already have like a good fan base, I believe, that see her potential, and I think she can have a long career in UFC too.
What's the day in the life like for you, mate? Because, you know, you must have a crazy life. You speak 5 languages, you're a purple belt in jiu-jitsu, you accompany a lot of these guys, and these days that means 2 weeks quarantine either side. You're going off to Fight Island, you know, before that Vegas. and still training all the time at Tiger. You know, you've got contracts to do, negotiations. So what's like a picture of what your day-to-day is like at the moment?
Well, I have a good team with me, like good team with Tiger, Ruby Sports Entertainment with my partner Daniel Rubinstein. You know, we got everything figured out. So like it's machines that are working already, working well, and it's going on the upward. And for myself, like especially like preparation for Fight Island, been crazy because I had like 7 fighters fighting inside 1 month, and there were a lot of like paperwork, all this new extra measures with COVID testing and with flights being canceled and stuff like this. Yeah, it's been crazy, but at the end of the day, like the whole experience, whole trip to Fight Island, and obviously the results, you know, it was worth it, and it paid off. And you know, 2 weeks quarantine, obviously I did really enjoy it, but still was worth it, you know. And yeah, July was a crazy experience, a unique experience, and I appreciate that I have opportunity to have it, to have this experience, and to you know, to be able to achieve and share all these moments with my fighters.
Finally, then, do you have a dark horse for us? Anybody who's your one to watch that maybe your average fan might not be on their radar, but somebody you're excited by at the moment who's coming up?
Well, I have so many guys that not signed to the big leagues yet, or that are free agents at the moment, and they just waiting for opportunity to get signed, to get picked up by good promotions, you know. And I don't want to highlight one, but the time will show, you know, because you know it's not like it doesn't work that way. Like, oh, you're good, we're gonna sign you. You know, you have to wait for the opportunity. And I have a group of guys that can really like come in and show the world, and just some of the guys can ready to go to top 15 right away, you know. So hopefully there will be opportunity presented for them. They're champions in different organizations. So we'll see how things gonna play out.
Do you think it's interesting from your point of view, actually, given that one championship have come back and they're putting on quite a lot of shows? They're all in Thailand. So what's interesting, I think, is this platform for fighters based in Thailand that maybe they wouldn't have ordinarily got the opportunity. People like Andrade, for example, like what a performance against Mark Abelardo from him. Maybe he wouldn't have got that opportunity if it weren't for this situation. And now that he got that performance, the sky's the limit for him, right? So has that been quite intriguing for you recently?
Yes, obviously very thankful for one championship to come back, and it's great for us that they're doing events in Thailand. It's tough times, but you know, during tough times there's a lot of opportunities too. So Fabricio was exactly the great example of it. He wasn't the first choice to fight Abelardo. He was a replacement, but he took the most from this opportunity. And now I think one championship is also excited about him, and he can fight not only MMA but kickboxing too. But right now he preferred to focus on his MMA career, and I believe he's gonna be great assets for this organization.